Have you ever pondered how masturbation affects the lives of older people? In this video, we'll go deep into the physical, emotional, and psychological repercussions. This personal practice occurs later in life, while society sometimes ignores or stigmatizes discussions regarding sexuality in elderly persons. It's crucial to recognize that sexual well-being is an integral element of total health. Age. We'll look at the potential benefits of masturbation for elders, including the positive effects, affect physical health, psychological well-being, and even quality of life, from enhancing circulation and sleep to lowering stress and generating a feeling of masturbation can help preserve a sense of connectedness to one's body, vitality and self-esteem in older adults. Along the way, we will clarify popular myths and misconceptions about senior sexual health, clearing up any confusion regarding what is normal or healthy. Furthermore, we'll discuss some of the special issues that older people may experience, preserving their sexual wellness, including physical limits and shifting hormone levels, and the importance of mental and emotional well-being. So whether you're looking to improve your own well-being or help loved one in their... This movie will provide useful insights and practical advice on how to have a meaningful and balanced life. Advice. Stay with us to the end to learn how to confidently handle these aspects of aging, openness, and higher comprehension. As we age, the significance of preserving our total well-being, both physical and the emotional aspect, becomes more apparent. A variety of changes occur during one's later years of life. Our bodies slow down, our energy levels fluctuate, and our emotional demands shift. However, one important facet of well-being that frequently goes unacknowledged or ignored in talks about aging is sexuality, specifically the behavior of masturbation, which many may perceive as, for elderly folks, this is superfluous if not taboo. However, upon deeper investigation, it is obvious that self-satisfaction in later life tremendous meaning and provides several benefits that go beyond the ordinary bodily gratification. In this investigation, we will look into how masturbation might affect the physical and emotional wellness of elderly people, dispel the illusions around pleasure, closeness in old age, and demonstrate the reality of how this personal act can improve the lives of older folks, have both positive and negative characteristics. This conversation is especially relevant for people navigating the second half of their life, as a moment when the body is undergoing major changes, emotional and psychological. Perspectives are evolving. While many individuals link sexual desire and self-pleasure with youth, the reality is that sexual vitality and the yearning for connection do not diminish with age. Indeed, these desires remain alive and robust throughout one's life, and masturbation can serve as a crucial means of expressing this continuous sexuality. This is not simply about seeking pleasure for joy's sake, but about maintaining an essential connection to oneself in a way that benefits both the mind and the body. Masturbation is, in essence, a natural and healthy expression of human sexuality, regardless of age. It provides more than just a physical release to older individuals. It can be extremely beneficial to one's entire health and well-being. For example, evidence indicates that sexual activity, including self-pleasure, can enhance good circulation, reduces stress, improves sleep quality, and even boosts the immune system. These benefits can be especially useful as we age, and while managing stress, maintaining physical health has become vital for healthy aging. Furthermore, participating in frequent sexual activity, including masturbation, can aid older persons maintain a sense of sexual function and desire, which encourages a sense of energy and personal empowerment. However, the benefits of masturbation extend beyond the physical and emotional well-being in older life, can be considerably improved via the practice of self-pleasure. Masturbation can offer moments of relaxation, stress alleviation, and comfort, particularly for those who feel lonely, isolated, or depressed. It can help people reconnect with their bodies and have intimate experiences, personal experience that promotes self-esteem and positive body image. As people age, they may experience feelings of invisibility or low self-worth, particularly when cultural norms frequently marginalize older persons' sexual preferences. Masturbation therefore becomes an act of self-affirmation and a way to reclaim one's sexuality, to maintain a sense of autonomy and self-love. Furthermore, bodily changes associated with aging, such as hormone alterations, decreased, libido, erectile dysfunction, or vaginal dryness can impair sexual experiences for individuals. These changes may make some elderly persons feel estranged from their sexual identity, might feel ashamed of their desires. However, the reality is that these issues may typically be managed with lifestyle adjustments, medical procedures, or technique changes, using lubricants or using drugs to alleviate physical discomfort can help maintain a fulfilling sexual experience. The key is to recognize that while aging may create obstacles, it does not eliminate the possibility of sexual pleasure or intimacy, including masturbation. Unfortunately, despite the obvious benefits, there remain lingering falsehoods and stigmas concerning the issue of sex with older adulthood. Society has traditionally believed that sexual drive decreases with age, which can lead to embarrassment, guilt, or feelings of inadequacy for older adults who continue to go out and indulge in personal activities. Masturbation in older adulthood is about more than just physical pleasure. It's about self-discovery, empowerment, and reclamation, ownership of the body. It serves as a reminder that our ability to experience joy, intimacy, and self-love is unaffected by age. However, we must always balance this with the knowledge that our emotional well-being, deeply linked with the relationships we cultivate throughout our lives. True fulfillment stems not only from self-awareness, but also from knowing others. As we mature, the links of affection, whether via friendship, family, or companionship, is as important now as it has always been. They remind us that while self-gratification is a lovely, life-affirming act, the human heart flourishes best in the company of love, connection, and shared joy. Masturbation, we believe, may be a useful technique for self-care, healing, and caring. As we get older, we can have a better relationship with our body. It provides a safe and accessible space for older people to continue experiencing pleasure. Intimacy and bodily autonomy exist on their own terms. However, like with any part of self-care, balance is vital. Masturbation should be included within a broader, more holistic approach to wellness. This includes preserving social ties, emotional health, and physical fitness. When approached with mindfulness and moderation, older persons can benefit from its numerous good effects without the risk of slipping into routines that could lead to emotional withdrawal, bodily suffering, or disregard for other crucial areas of existence. Medical study repeatedly demonstrates that when used in moderation, masturbation. Not only is it safe for older folks, but it can also provide a number of physical and emotional benefits, from enhancing mood and sleep to lowering stress and sustaining sexual health. Self-stimulation can improve general well-being. However, as with any habitual action, when it becomes excessive, it might result in unforeseen consequences, physical, emotional, and social obstacles. Excessive masturbation, especially when it becomes compulsive, can be harmful to an individual's quality of life. One of the most commonly discussed concerns in medical literature is the possibility of physical and mental tiredness can occur from excessive self-stimulation. As we age, our bodies naturally have fewer energy reserves, and activities that require a strong physical or emotional investment might leave us feeling exhausted. Excessive masturbation can cause sensations of lethargy and weariness, making it more difficult to remain involved in other critical activities, such as keeping an active lifestyle, socializing, and engaging in hobbies that promote cognitive and emotional health. This is especially concerning because maintaining physical activity is critical for keeping mobility, balance, and cardiovascular health in later life. The belief that older persons are uninterested in or unworthy of sexual happiness is both outdated and hazardous. Such assumptions not only hinder conversations about sexual health among seniors, but also discourage them from engaging in activities that would improve their quality of life. In reality, older folks, like people of any age, deserve to have pleasure, intimacy, and relationship with others and with oneself. Masturbation stigma in elder age may be worsened by a lack of engage in an open discussion on the topic. Many cultures tend to shy away from addressing sexuality, especially with older adults, causing a sense of loneliness or guilt for those who continue to seek sexual expression. This silence may inhibit older people from obtaining information, assistance, or medical. They need to take care of their sexual health and well-being. While the benefits of masturbation for older persons are obvious, it's also crucial to recognize that, like any activity, it can have negative consequences if not approached with caution. For example, excessive or compulsive masturbating, especially if it interferes with daily activities, responsibilities, relationships, and emotional well-being, may indicate underlying difficulties. Examples include mental distress, loneliness, and addiction. In these circumstances, it may be important to seek assistance from a healthcare professional or therapist who can assist in addressing the fundamental causes of these behaviors and providing ways for healthy sexual expression. Balance and moderation are essential. We fight assumptions and misconceptions about sexuality, just like any other element of life. Masturbation also occurs in old age. Sexuality is a fundamental aspect of the human experience and self. Pleasure is a natural, healthy method to nourish that aspect of ourselves, regardless of age. Masturbation can provide both physical and mental benefits to elderly persons, including maintain a sense of connection with one's body, mind, and overall health. Masturbation in elderly age is about more than just pleasure. It's a method for people to reinforce their worth, stay healthy, and continue to develop a meaningful relationship with themselves. Masturbation, at its foundation, is a highly personal and natural act, and it serves as a way for people to connect with their bodies, reduce stress, and enjoy pleasure. For many, it becomes a method to unwind, relax, and find comfort in times of solitude. In some circumstances, it might even be a display of independence and self-sufficiency, especially in older age when other parts of life may seem increasingly out of control. Masturbation is frequently associated with curiosity, experimentation, and societal norms among youngsters. Expectations. It is associated with the process of discovering one's body as well as the budding sensation of sexual identity. But as we become older, the significance of this act shifts. Masturbation is no longer motivated by the same impulses of performance or experimentation, grows into something more important, a private moment of consolation, a self-care ritual, fulfillment, and a very personal journey of self-discovery. It becomes less about seeking external validation or attempting to achieve beauty standards. Being in charge of one's own enjoyment is more important than ability or stamina. It's a sacred zone where you may simply be yourself, free of outside expectations. The body goes through natural changes as it ages, which can affect sexual desire and function. Hormonal changes, particularly the decrease in levels of testosterone and estrogen, may lead to a reduction in sexual urge and frequency of desire. This can occasionally lead to people believing that their sexual lives have ended. However, this misperception ignores an important truth. While the frequency and intensity of desire may decrease, the ability for pleasure remains very much intact. In fact, masturbation may become even more important later in life, offering opportunity to discover and adapt to the body's shifting requirements and experiences. One of the wonderful aspects of masturbation in old age is the freedom it provides to explore sexuality without the burden of societal pressures commonly linked with paired sex. During adolescence and middle age, sexual experiences are frequently loaded with expectations regarding performance, physical appearance, frequency, and even the capacity to fulfill a partner. However, these forces tend to decrease over time, allowing for a more intimate personal relationship with oneself. In this context, masturbation is less about meeting external criteria and more about enjoying one's own pleasures and comforts. Many older folks find masturbation to be a freeing experience, a private refuge. They can express their needs and wishes without fear of being judged or rejected. It allows people to reconnect with their bodies in a meaningful way and stay connected to their physical feelings and to preserve a sense of sexual agency and vitality independently terms. The freedom to pursue one's joy without the difficulties of external expectations generates a tremendous sensation of liberty, which improves both emotional and physical health. It is a means to maintain a sense of connectedness with one's body even while it changes. It is an ageless discipline that evolved from curiosity and exploration in childhood to a source of comfort that empowers and intimacy in elder age. Engaged in masturbation in older life can provide a sense of autonomy and control over one's body. Can be quite empowering. As we age, we frequently face the reality of losing some degree of freedom, either because to health complications, limited mobility, or the need for assistance with daily duties. In this setting, the ability to indulge in self-pleasure might be an affirmative reminder that we nevertheless have control over some areas of our bodies and lifestyles. It reinforces the idea that even if other things change, we still have the ability to feel and enjoy personal moments and physical pleasure. This sensation of control and self-reliance can be extremely satisfying, especially for people who they may believe their autonomy has been reduced in other parts of their lives. Embracing and expressing this capacity allows older persons to feel confident and confidence in their body, which can greatly contribute to an increased sense of self, worth, and total well-being. We feel that contemporary attitudes around sexual pleasure and aging require a major re-evaluation. Too often link sexual desire and pleasure with youth, promoting the damaging notion that these experiences are only for the young and physically fit. This mentality marginalizes older persons, giving them the impression that their sexual impulses are no longer legitimate or acceptable just because they have reached a specific age. This notion not only reinforces feelings of shame and guilt, but it also undermines it is a fundamental human right to feel joy, intimacy, and connection throughout life. We must question this old narrative and change the conversation to a more inclusive perspective of sexual health that acknowledges the continual significance of self. Every stage of life offers opportunities for enjoyment and personal connection. It is critical to recognize that sexual pleasure has no expiration date, and that older persons are equally entitled to experience the physical, emotional, and psychological. Everyone benefits from sexual activity. By normalizing the concept of masturbation and sexual well-being in older age, we can help dismantle the stigma that frequently surrounds these normal impulses. This transition can enable elderly people to appreciate their bodies and explore their needs, engage in intimate experiences without worry of being judged or facing societal retribution. By doing so, we promote a culture of acceptance and tolerance in which the pleasures of life are not limited by age, and where individuals feel empowered to preserve and develop their sexual health and well-being as they age. Regular self-pleasure promotes good circulation and tissue function, which are critical for maintaining sexual health and enjoyment in later life. Emotionally, it can relieve tension, boost a happy mood, and provide a sense of comfort and relaxation in the face of age-related problems. Masturbation also promotes autonomy, enhancing the notion of control. Control over one's body and pleasure can be maintained even when other aspects of life alter. The act of self has an undeniable beauty and profoundly human quality, pleasure in old age. It emphasizes the human spirit's resiliency and the unwavering drive to find delight in link to oneself. Even as we negotiate life's various problems, it serves as a reminder that pleasure in all its forms, not a gift just for the young, but something that transcends age and evolves with us as we grow. In this way, it stands as a tribute to our ability to contain and continue striving fulfillment, closeness, and self-compassion. Masturbation is a lifelong pursuit that has the same value, regardless of our life stage. Possibilities for comfort, healing, and happiness. As we begin to reconsider what it means to age and how we view the changes that happen, as we become older, we need to re-evaluate how we approach and communicate sexuality. Masturbation is neither a frivolous or shameful action. It is a vital component of both physical and emotional wellness. It allows us to stay in sync with our bodies and enjoy our ability for pleasure, find peace in private encounters with oneself. Masturbation can thus be viewed not only as a physical behavior, but also as a bodily manifestation of self-care. It is a practice that values the body and all that it has to give, regardless of age. Whether or not one decides to participate in self-pleasure during later life we should appreciate and honor each individual's choices. However, by opening up this conversation, we create a space for older adults to feel they are empowered to make decisions. We allow them to reclaim their right to pleasure and accept their bodies with love, compassion, and acceptance. Pleasure does not have an expiration date. Rather, it merely evolves, just like we do. As we age, our wants and desires change, but the human ability for joy, connection, and self remains. Expression is ever present. When we look more deeply into the impact of masturbation on elderly people, it is apparent that the physical and psychological benefits it provides are significant and worthwhile. Regular exercise provides older persons with some of the greatest immediate physical benefits. Self-pleasure provides respite from tension and discomfort, which can greatly contribute to improved sleep. Quality is an important aspect in preserving overall health and well-being in later years. Sleep is necessary for the body's ability to recover, replenish energy, and regulate emotions. As we age, these healing mechanisms become even more important. For many older folks, the relaxing release that comes with self-pleasure can make the distinction between restless nights and the deep restorative sleep required for maintenance, vitality, mental clarity, and emotional harmony. Masturbation can thus be viewed as more than merely a source of physical pleasure. A key part of health and wellness, masturbation can also help older persons maintain a sense of agency, connection with their body, generating a greater sense of contentment in their own skin. Pleasure can help alleviate feelings of isolation or physical distress. Aging can occasionally bring about feelings of vigor and personal worth. It encourages us to consider our bodies as capable, not just as aging vessels deserving of happiness, health, and connection. Aside from its physical features, masturbation has substantial psychological effects that often undervalued, especially in the context of aging. One of the most neglected but deeply empowering aspects of self-pleasure is its ability to develop self-awareness and knowledge. Masturbation allows people to gain a better understanding of themselves, their bodies and desires. A personal experience that transcends age becomes especially significant as people get older. In an aging body where control often appears to slip away due to sickness, decreased physical masturbation, or cultural ideas that associate aging with deterioration, provides a deeply personal means of regaining control. It becomes a method for older folks to reconnect with themselves physically and emotionally, reinforcing that their ability for enjoyment remains unchanged despite the inevitable changes that comes with age. Many elderly folks experience frustration with their bodies as physical constraints or health issues take center stage. Over time, this can undermine self-esteem and promote a sense of alienation from one's body. This may no longer feel like a source of pride or vigor. However, masturbation provides an opportunity to change that narrative. It enables people to rediscover their bodies as sources of joy rather than misery, limitation. In this very personal act, the body becomes a source of empowerment, a reminder of one's inherent worth, and the ability to enjoy delight. This alteration in viewpoint is revolutionary because it fosters self-esteem and aids older folks to rethink how individuals view themselves, not simply in terms of their physical form, but in the globe at large. Aging does not have to entail giving up one's right to pleasure, and masturbation can act as an effective, tangible reminder of this truth. Regardless of societal norms, the body can nonetheless provide comfort, joy, and affirmation. A tale that frequently diminishes the elderly. However, balance is necessary for any enjoyable activity. While masturbation has many psychological and emotional benefits, it is vital to approach it with caution, especially in old age. While excessive or compulsive masturbation is not necessarily dangerous, it can lead to unintended physical repercussions. For example, overstimulation of the vaginal nerves might cause a transient hypersensitivity. This may diminish the ability to experience pleasure at earlier levels. As a result, individuals may require more intensive stimulus to reach satisfaction and can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction and anxiety. What formerly provided comfort may, in excess, result in a decreasing return, eroding the self-pleasure used to provide a sense of empowerment and control. However, excessive masturbation frequently has far-reaching consequences. Physical. Masturbation can occasionally become a method of escape, especially later in life. Loneliness, anxiety, or depression are some of the emotional challenges of aging became more pronounced. In our experience, many older adults turn to masturbation as a brief escape from these feelings, a technique to alleviate mental distress and achieve a short sense of comfort. While this can provide much needed relief in the moment, it becomes problematic when it becomes the main or sole source of emotional relief. In such instances, masturbation might unintentionally promote a cycle of solitude, drawing individuals away from seeking the connection, tenderness, and emotional support that equally crucial for well-being. Social isolation is already a major concern for many elderly people. As family relationships fade and social networks contract, it becomes all too easy to retreat to seclusion. Masturbation might become the primary source of emotional comfort, which can deepen a sense of solitude, making it more difficult for individuals to seek meaningful connection. Turning inward for pleasure and relief is initially empowering, but it may eventually hinder them from pursuing greater emotional fulfillment that only human interactions can provide. The truth is, the yearning for connection, whether physical, emotional, or social, it is equally strong in older folks as in young people. Masturbation can serve an important function in sustaining a connection with one's own body. Nevertheless, it should never replace equally important interactions with others. After all, we are social organisms by nature, and regardless of our age, we live on the ties of love, support, and affection that only others can give. Yes, it is a way of cultivating self-love and self-knowledge, and it may be a great weapon for recovering control of the body. However, it is also important to maintain balance and ensure that this practice coexists with a dedicated to mental, social, and physical well-being. Masturbation may be a source of joy and empowerment for many people, of pride, which strengthens their sense of identity and worth. However, it is also crucial to cultivate relationships, seek companionship, and stay open to connecting with people provides emotional richness. If masturbation becomes the major focus, it can reduce motivation to participate in. These vital activities have the potential to accelerate the loss of overall physical health. In addition to physical health concerns, research have emphasized the social and interpersonal consequences of excessive masturbation, particularly for senior people who are in romantic relationships. For those who live alone, masturbation can be a vital way of fulfilling sexual demands, retaining a sense of intimacy. However, for persons in partnerships, frequent self-stimulation might break the balance. Shared intimacy with a partner, when masturbation becomes excessively frequent, it may replace or lessen the urge for sexual or emotional connection with a partner. which can cause emotions of detachment or disconnection in the relationship. The increasing physical and emotional distance between lovers might make it more difficult to maintain a healthy and fulfilling connection. Relationships, especially shared companionship, become even more important as we age. Emotional well-being, ultimately, balance is essential. Masturbation can be a personal and good form of self-care, but it should not overwhelm or substitute the genuine ties we develop with others, particularly in later life. A fulfilling relationship requires intimacy and physical connection with one's spouse. They should be developed alongside personal sources of self-pleasure. By adopting mindfulness, temperance, and self-awareness, older people can experience benefits of masturbation while continuing to nurture strong relationships and maintain their general health and well-being. Masturbation can be beneficial when done in moderation, according to research. There are tremendous health benefits for elderly persons. It can improve mood, reduce stress, and encourage better sleep, all of which are important as we age. Engaging in self-pleasure helps maintain a healthy level of sexual vitality, which leads to the natural operation of our sexual organs. Furthermore, it can increase blood circulation, promote pelvic health, and even lower the men face a higher chance of prostate problems, while women benefit from improved vaginal health. Masturbation can also assist in improving body awareness, self-esteem, and general emotional and in good health. Engage in an activity that allows us to connect with our own body and experience. Pleasure, we reinforce that our sexuality is a natural and healthy aspect of our identity at any age. For many older people, sustaining this sense of physical liberty and sexual pleasure can give to a stronger sense of empowerment and confidence in their body. Assisting, they should embrace the aging process without shame or discomfort. Regular physical activity is essential for preserving mobility, strength, and cardiovascular health as we age. Research repeatedly shows that engaging in activities like walking, strength training, or cardiovascular exercise can help reduce falls, improve balance, and increase mental clarity. However, excessive masturbation can impair motivation to engage in these are vital activities. What was the result? We must address the decline in physical health, mobility, and general quality of life. Consider as we age, masturbation can have a more intricate function in older people's relationships. While many seniors live alone and may rely on masturbation to fulfill their masturbation, can be problematic for folks in partnerships. In certain circumstances, regular self-pleasure may interfere with shared intimacy among partners. Instead of encouraging connection, it may unintentionally generate emotional distance, lowering the desire for physical touch and emotional connection in a relationship. In older age, intimacy with a spouse is frequently regarded as a key component of emotional health. Couples frequently use physical touch, affection, and shared experiences to strengthen their bond. These elements can help you feel happier and more secure in the long run. If masturbation becomes a substitute for this shared closeness, it may cause feelings of alienation, dissatisfaction, and even resentment can occur inside a partnership. Excessive masturbating can have significant emotional and psychological effects. Challenging, particularly for people who grew raised in more conservative or religious sexuality, was frequently stigmatized or repressed in these circumstances. Masturbation can cause guilt, shame, or embarrassment. These emotions can be caused by internalized ideas or societal messages that associate sexual pleasure from anything evil or immoral. Such feelings can cause severe mental distress and may contribute to worry, poor self-esteem, or even sadness. It's critical to understand that sexuality is a normal aspect of life at any age. There is no inherent shame in seeking pleasure, whether alone or with a companion. Individuals who deal with feelings of guilt or shame around sexuality, it is beneficial to explore these emotions through therapy or counseling. A therapist can help clients unravel complex emotions about sexuality and develop a better, more balanced approach to self-pleasure and intimacy. Talking through these concerns with a professional or trustworthy loved one can lead to increased emotional clarity and self-acceptance. It is critical to treat these underlying emotional issues instead of letting them to dictate our actions. Therapy and support groups can assist older persons in managing feelings of loneliness, guilt, or solitude in healthier ways, encouraging better participation with life, and eventually leading to more satisfying relationships. To summarize, masturbation in old age can be a highly satisfying and beneficial component of life. Contributes to both bodily and mental well-being. When used in moderation and as part of a balanced lifestyle that incorporates social engagement, physical exercise, and emotional wellness, can all improve our quality of life as we grow older. However, it is critical to be aware of the hazards associated with excessive or compulsive masturbation. Can have a negative impact on one's physical, emotional, and relationship health. We hope this film has helped you understand the function of masturbation in later life. What did you learn from this conversation? And how will you apply these concepts to your own life or the life of a loved one? We would love to hear your ideas in the comments section below. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe. Our channel, your sponsorship enables us to keep providing thoughtful, instructional content to assist improve on good health for persons of all ages